Hi, Eric Robison here, another episode of Capitol Hill Life, and we're back at Mosaic Studios, and we're going to see Miki DaVelle, hair slayer.
I am located at AluminKnotty Beauty Lounge inside of Mosaic Salon Spa Studios in Broadway Market, and right in the middle of Capitol Hill, which is a great location for me because we have lots of colorful people living around here. I'm Miki DaVelle, and I'm a non-binary autistic hairstylist. And I think the thing that kind of makes me a little different is I kind of center like mental health in my practice of doing people's hair. My big thing is just helping people bring their insides to the outside. And that's something I didn't really have a lot of access to growing up. So that's like my main priority for my clients and other people. My biggest inspiration is Harajuku fashion from Japan. And I think that it's mostly just because it's such a big counterculture movement, and a lot of people who are neurodivergent like me tend to gravitate toward more alternative styles. And I enjoy like how much those things stand out from like the typical beauty that we see. And I love these looks because we find the beauty and balance in things that are not traditionally considered beautiful. And a lot of these styles like are very like asymmetrical. One side will be shorter than the other. Maybe we have like some spikes sticking out somewhere. We'll have like just like one random chunk of color that doesn't match anything else. Yet somehow we still find a balance from all of these things that aren't necessarily considered balanced. So I think that's what really draws me to it. I'm actually a master cosmetologist, and I don't do everything that I'm licensed for, but I am licensed for a lot of different services. I do some aesthetic care here, so I do like skincare, facials, chemical peels, that sort of thing. I also do straight razor shaves, close barbering. I tend to be only choosy with like hair color. So with cuts and all my other services, I'm willing to take on whatever. But with hair color, I do a lot of like vivid colors, and I actually don't do natural colors anymore unless it's like, you know, got like a big pop of something bright in it. So I think that's important as well, because there's so many different stylists in Seattle that can do whatever you need them to do. So I try to just focus on what I'm best at personally and give that to the people who need it. One of my specialties is doing designs on the hair, whether it's color or being etched in with a blade. And generally those kind of designs actually only last about 2 weeks, which is kind of sad for people to find out because they want it to last forever. But most of the time, my clients actually will get a different design every time. I've had a couple clients that do keep it up, so they'll come in every 2 weeks and we'll just redo the same design on there and then cut it a little shorter. But for the most part, it's just kind of a blank slate every time.
Could you share a particularly memorable transformation or project that really showcased your client, where you just were, at the end of it, you were just thrilled? You were like, this is why I'm doing this, I love it.
Yeah, so actually that experience for me was, I had a client that moved here from Nebraska, and they were non-binary and had been not living that way for their whole life. They had really long, just plain colored, like all one length hair. And they were like, this is how I feel and this is how I want to look. I'm not sure what I'm looking for. And we did like a full consultation, we worked it out. And they looked like a completely different person at the end, and just how happy they looked and how like content they were with themselves. They gave me a huge hug and they were in tears. And that was like one of the happiest moments of my life as a hairstylist.
You did more than just cut their hair.
Yeah.
You gave them identity.
Yes, and I feel like I gave them confidence that like they'd never had before. And that was really nice.
I think you have a very unique look and take on hairstyling that I think is gonna, like, I can't imagine your business like growing substantially faster and faster with more and more people talking about what you're doing for them.
I appreciate that.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Capitol Hill Live. If you're thinking of buying or selling in the near future, give me a call. I'll buy you coffee and I can talk to you about how I work with my clients. See you next time.